D2 family, how you doing? It's Jacoby here at Detail Driven Auto Detail in beautiful Austin, Texas. And today I have the pleasure of sharing with you what we're gonna do with this brand new 911 GT3. So this is getting a new car protection package. The car just came in. The car's dirty, it's dusty, but I'm just going to take a look and inspecting the paint to see what it looks like when it's dirty. And then once we do that 5-step prep wash, we'll get to see exactly what needs to be corrected on this car. A lot of times I'll have clients say, why do I need to get a new car protection package? Didn't the dealership give me some sort of protection? Didn't they cover this car? But the fact of the matter is that they didn't. And most manufacturers, unfortunately, paint and aesthetics, that's the last thing on their minds. You know, I'm gonna make a little right turn here real quick. I had a Rolls Royce, a Spectre, and almost $1 million car. And when we inspected the paint on that car, we found so many blemishes and micromarring and things that the owner, the guy that bought it, thought that wouldn't have been there, that were there. So it's really important to understand what the manufacturer finds important and what you find important. And you're bringing your car to me because we know that it works mechanically, but aesthetically, we want it to be the best looking car, maybe in VIP, valet, or in your driveway, or just driving down the highway. So we'll get into it. As we begin to walk around this car, immediately what I see is I see lots of scratching, lots of marring, lots of circular little cobwebs marks that are on the car. That's typically from, at the factory, them just wiping it off with a microfiber and it's dry, right? That'll cause this little micro marring that we see here. As we make our way down, we look at the hood and the fender. Again, I'm used to seeing this on brand new cars, especially with performance cars, because again, the technician, they want to make sure that the motor and transmission work flawlessly. They're not concerned that your $20,000 paint to sample color is not flawless. So I have some scratches here. I have a pretty deep one here, maybe where maybe a piece of a tool belt or something, you know, came across that. So I see stuff like that that has to be corrected. The beauty is it can be corrected. As we come across the bumper, again, I see more of it. Have a deeper scratch here. One of the things that we'll normally see on new Porsches are, I have a big hologram section here, and that's because there's probably some deep scratching in here, and the delineation between darker and fuzzy is about right here, so if you can catch that. But you know, I'll pull in and show you guys some close-ups of how what that hologram looks like, but almost looks like it were a hologram in your paint, and that takes away from the dark, deep, rich black that this car should look like all the time. You know, the challenge is conveying to new customers that your car's not coming to you as a 10 out of 10 as far as paint. It's coming to you as an 8 out of 10, but we can get it to a 10 out of 10, especially a new car. The punchline, the ultimate aspect of what this thing culminates into is we put a Revivify paint protection package on this car, which for what I like to use is one of the best products on the market. And this client, this is his second time choosing the Revivify to protect that car. There's lots of options out there, but for what it gives us aesthetically and the durability and the performance of it, bang for your buck, I like it, my customers like it. That's what we're going with. So we're gonna get this car on a wash pad, we're gonna get it all washed. We'll bring it back in and we'll get a chance to look at it as it is clean. And then we'll continue on the process until we can get this car ready for delivery. Let's go ahead and dive right in and you guys can check it out. get it later. Okay. I could use that instead of a clay bar, so there's not a lot of contaminants on this paint since it's brand new. Typically, cars that come across rail will have a lot of iron deposits and stuff in the paint, just because those rail cars, after braking and stuff, throws up a lot of metal shavings, a lot of metal particles that get trapped in the paint, especially when the paint is new and that metal's hot. So this makes it super smooth, so that when I'm polishing, I have no contaminants in the paint. .911 trivia. 911 GT3. What do you think? What parts of this car are made of metal? Body panels. What body panels are still metal? What do you think? What's your guess? You can't tap them. You got to just guess.
Say
none of them.
Are of metal, like of any metal?
Sure. Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna say rear quarter panels.
Anything else?
You said body panel, right?
Yes, sir. Bumper?
I would doubt the bumper.
Fender? Front fender?
I'm gonna say nope.
Door?
Oh, the door? Nah, nope.
100% right. Only thing metal is rear quarter. Look at you. This is Optimum No Rinse is in this box. So it's a solution of Optimum No Rinse. So for your DIY guys out there, Optimum No Rinse is an incredible option for a solution that allows you to quick detail, do a simple little wipe, use it as a drying aid, which is what I'm doing right now, or even wash the entire car. And like in the name, you don't have to rinse it. It's a no rinse solution, leaves no residue on the car. So for me, because I don't want to put more scratches on the car that I plan on polishing, I use no rinse as the lubricant to dry it, and so that's why they call it a drying aid. So if you want something that's economical, you can get a 36-ounce bottle of no rinse for maybe $20, but it only takes about an ounce to make an entire bottle of multi-purpose solution. So detail spray, window cleaner, you can use it on your home, drying aid, whatever you need to clean that leaves no residue, no rinse is the answer. So I like the product. Now that the 911 is clean, the challenge is, especially with me geeking out over paint, is inspecting the paint. So I'm going to show you. So can you see this hologramming going on all by the connector for this gooseneck spoiler? Can you see that? Are you catching that on camera? Mm-hmm. All that little depth, and then come onto this side of it. Just come just to the right of that. Can you catch that too? Yep. Oh man. So that's what I couldn't see that when the spoiler was dirty, but that's what we're working with. So that goes across the entire spoiler. So this entire spoiler was obviously polished. And now we have some coarse circular marring, which means that they use a heavy compound to try to get out whatever scratch that was in the spoiler when it happened. So that's across the entire spoiler. And as we walk around this way, bumper's good, rear quarter's really good. This is the only part of this car that's metal. So metal is it's not as easy to mar the metal as it is the plastic. So as we make our way around, we get up to the roof, carbon fiber roof. So I see more marring here, but I want to show you something. Let's come back over here to this quarter. Now I have some inconsistencies here. So something marred that paint. See those three little marks right there? Can you catch those? 1, 2, 3. Those have to be polished out. So yeah, heavy marring here. So here's the moral of the story is that, and I know as we go around this car, we're going to find a lot more. We're going to do a correction on this paint, a polish on this paint. Industry doesn't really say correction anymore. We're going to enhance the paint. I'm going to do a 2-step enhancement. So I'm going to start with a little bit of coarse pad, then a fine pad. I may even have to put a third pad on it. It's going to really polish and just allow that black to glow. Typically on Porsche, I like a Koch-Chemie compound. Unfortunately, the newer 911s, the paint it's just thin, it's thin paint. So I'm gonna start with a little bit less aggressive compound because I feel like we'll be able to cut through it with a microfiber and less aggressive just to get through this hazing. I'm gonna finish up with a high jewel and see what it gets me. One more left. You see that one? Okay. I'm good with that. Let me tell you why. So we just removed about 90% of the imperfections that were here. Now, I'm good with that because one, this is a track car, but two, newer cars only have so much paint, right? If we overcorrect it, the clear is going to be so thin that in the future, if let's say this guy sold it, if the new owner wanted to polish this car to reprotect it, they may not have enough sort of meat on the bone. So I'm going to keep it there because that's a great correction. And I'm going to show you now what the final jewel polish is going to look like. And you can see the difference between before and after. So let me get on that. Ooh, wow. The thing I love most about what I do is that I get to see immediately the result of sort of the formula, what I've cooked up in the kitchen, like what ingredients that I put together to make this dish incredible. And I'm happy with this two-step. The gloss is incredible. All of the hologram and swirling's gone, and the black is so much deeper. All the scratching that was here, that's all gone. So yeah, this customer is going to be super happy with the way this turned out. So I'm going to do that around the entire car, and then that's this step. And then after that, we can get to protecting the car. Start it, hit the brake once, let it go, and then hit it again and hold it down. I'll tell you when to shut the motor. All right. All right, go.
All right, one.
Press it down.
I did.
Hold on 1 second. We good. We look good. We good. Good. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap on this polish and protect of this 911, this 992.2 GT3. As you saw, taking this trip with me from the time we got it from Porsche Direct and took the plastic off to what it looks like now, hopefully now you get a better understanding as to what it really means to do a new car protection package and why it's so important to polish that car so that you can get it to looking the best that it can look, and then protecting, however you polish it. We did choose the Revivify self-healing 10-year coating, tons of performance from that product, tons of gloss, and aesthetically it's incredible. As always, if you guys have questions, concerns, you wanna have a quick conversation, swing by the shop, please feel free to call, DM, stop by the website, check us out. And until you bring your car to us, until you have more questions, polish, protect, drive. I'm Jacoby here, Detail Driven in Austin, Texas. Y'all be safe.